Not much. Just trying to figure out
Conference was this weekend. That's news.
That was good news.
That was very good news. Very enjoyable to listen to that.
Actually was. I loved when Anderson kind of went off script there on the last talk of Sunday.
Yeah.
That was
I agree.
kind of refreshing. You don't see that happen too often anymore.
No,
I
not
was
at all.
wondering if they were going to print Elder Hales' talk since he wrote one.
I'll bet they do. I'll bet you it shows up in an Ensign article here probably the next month or two.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I was wondering if they're going to have somebody else read it. You know, just have President Nelson read Elder Hale's talk or something.
Or maybe at his funeral they might do it. That would be good.
That's true.
Yep.
So wait, what happened on Wednesday last week, Jessica? Did I screw up? Because I thought we were doing it a little later, and I tried to get on there. I was the only one on there, so I must have misunderstood the instructions.
So we were going to originally, that might have been our fault. We were going to do it at 7, but then Daniel couldn't do it, so I was like, okay, well, I can probably hop on at 6. So Daniel and I hopped on at 6, but I wasn't sure if you got that email or not because it didn't look like you had responded.
Sorry, I jumped on at 7, and so I must not have seen the communication to get on at 6. Dang it!
Yeah, that's
no
probably
big deal. I did the quizzes and did all right anyway.
Did you get the video?
Yes, I did. In fact, I used that to do the quiz. Thank you.
Oh, good. Okay, I was wondering if that might be the case, so I posted it. Hopefully.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys because Are we in week 3 already? And I'm asking this question, a little embarrassing. Am I supposed to post, are we each supposed to post this same video, this link to that group thing?
No, I think one person is supposed to post it. So every previous week, I've just posted it and I've put everybody else's names on it. So everybody gets credit for it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did last Wednesday.
I didn't do anything to post it, so if I don't get credit, no big deal. Anyway, no. I've been in communication with the teacher. Good class. We're supposed to be getting something new in our group, right?
Are we?
What's her name?
Oh, she's the tutor.
Oh, she's the tutor.
Yeah, the TA. I think she's joining us today.
She said she's going to drop in.
Okay, so she's not already on. All right, so it's just the 3 of us, right? Because Daniel said he's not going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
All right, I have to redeem myself because since I didn't meet with you guys at all last week and the week before I was not prepared, I've already taken the quiz and got 100% on the first try.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So I'm very excited.
All right, good. Because I took it and I think I got an 80%. I got an 80%. But it's just some of the definitions are just a little bit confusing to me.
Yes, I think they're purposely trying to trip us up is what's happening here.
Yep, that sounds like a formal education.
All right, so should we just power through this because it's actually a short one, right?
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty easy.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
Question number 3. It says, when you're taking a sample size of 5, what is the shape of the distribution of means histogram when the parent population is right skewed? I had to go back and read the lesson because I thought that any shape of the distribution of means is always normal, but I guess you have to have a population size, they say just anything greater than 30. So if it's less than 30, that's kind of the trick number. At least that's where I read. So in this case, the answer is right skewed, or skewed right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I got as well. And also because it says that the parent population is right skewed. And I kind of got the impression that if the parent population, or the shape of the parent population will be the shape of the other populations.
No. Only because the sample size was small.
Okay.
Yeah, anything over 30 is going to appear to be normal.
Yeah, basically any distribution of means will always be normal as long as the population size is large enough.
Okay.
In this case, 5 isn't large enough. We're using the book said 30, so that's what we're going with.
That works. So then question 4, where the sample size is 100, that's going to be normal.
That'll be normal. That's greater than the 30. So they're going with that. So normal for question 4?
Or question
Yes.
4 is what I meant, yeah.
And question 5.
Question 5 is basically asking this. Question 5 and 6 are both the same, just asking if the parent population is normally distributed, what will happen to the distribution of means? And if
It'll be normal.
it'll always be normal. So normal and normal.
Sweet, that's what I got.
Wow, this is relatively easy.
Yep, this one was easy. This is where they start to try to trip you up. Question 7.
So for question 7, I took this already. I got one of the answers right.
There's actually 3 right answers. So
Okay.
when would the distribution means be normally distributed? When anytime the population is normally distributed. So the first 2 are automatic check marks. If the original population is normally distributed, the distribution of means will always be normally distributed. Doesn't matter what size the sample is.
Mm-hmm.
And down below, if it's right skewed, but the sample size is large, then it'll be normal as well. So
Okay.
so those 3 were the correct answers.
Wow, you're so prepared this week, Craig.
So I told my wife, she's like, oh man, they must think you're a total flake. That first week we had a big thing for young women thing I was involved with. So I didn't do any studying that very first week, and I was so behind. So it's taken me like 3 weeks now to get caught up on both my classes. I'm taking a accounting class also, which is.
Oh geez, that's aggressive.
Are you guys in the other classes? What else are you guys taking?
I'm taking accounting on campus right now.
What accounting 201 or 202?
Yeah, 201.
201. I took that last semester. Now I'm taking 202 this semester.
Nice.
And it's kicking my butt. It's tough. I'm having a hard time, and I'm getting stuff confused because it's all math, and I'm like, I mean, which math class am I in right now? What are you taking?
I'm just taking Global Pakistan as my other class.
Oh, how is that? I think I have to take that.
I don't mind it at all. It's quite a bit of reading, but it's interesting stuff. So
I saw some meme on Facebook today saying that there's some population in Pakistan that has blonde hair, blue-eyed people living there. Is that true?
I don't know. I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either. I think it might just be some kind of thing, someone's hoax, someone's throwing around. All right, question 8. Which of the following gives the best explanation of the central limit theorem?
So this one was, I got C. If the sample size is large, the sample mean X bar will be close to the population mean mu. Oh, wait, that was wrong. Just kidding.
That one wasn't right. It was actually the 4th answer, D.
Okay.
So if the sample size is large, the shape of the distribution of the sample means will be approximately normal.
Oh, okay. I was going to say 8.
It's all about sample size. So like they gave the example, I watched the guy's video, like he takes 2 random samples from the sample. These words are all so confusing because they're the same words. The means of the distribution of the mean. So if you've got, if you take a random sample of people who give a number 1 through 10, and everybody gives some different number, and so you take a small sample of that and say, what's the mean between 1 and 6? Well, that's like 3. And what's the mean between 2 and 7? Well, that's like 4. And over time, those means will kind of create a normal distribution, meaning a bell curve.
Mm-hmm.
So the central limit theorem. So go to the middle.
Central limit theorem. For question 9, I got the answer is 10. Because that one was just
That's
mu.
what I got too.
Question 10, I didn't get that answer right.
Okay, so the standard deviation, that little formula they gave us is to get the standard deviation of the distribution of, am I saying the right words?
Yeah.
The distribution of means, they give you that formula that's the standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size.
Yeah. Okay. So I just did that math wrong.
So it's just 6 divided by the square root of 36, and the square root of 36 is 6, so 6 divided by 6 is 1. So the answer is 1.
Simple enough. And then question 11, we got normal.
Yeah, they're pounding this into our head. This whole sample size is large, but will be the sample mean.
Mm-hmm.
Must be important.
Yeah, it must be. I'm wondering how much of this, it doesn't seem like any of the lessons carry over from week to week, really. It
No.
almost seems like teach this and dump it and learn for next week.
I'm sure they're building up to something. I'm guessing they're bigger things.
I have a feeling that we're going to be given some project to go do some sampling. We're going to have to do our own, you know.
Well, the end of the semester project, I've heard of people who have done it before. You basically pick something to sample. So some people do Skittles or M&Ms or whatever. And you go in and you write down like the colors and how many colors you got per bag. Each person goes and buys like 5 bags or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's different things we have to do with that, but I know that's what the final project's about.
I like the sound of that. Using candy is a good way. Much better than giving vaccinations to kids with polio.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's better than that.
That will be our option 2. Question 12. What theorem would justify your response? Well, they beat this into our head, so it's the central limit theorem.
Yep.
Because the law of large numbers has to do with the standard deviation. So the larger that number is, because you're taking the square root of it, the larger, and it's also the denominator,
Mm-hmm.
the larger that standard deviation, or the smaller that standard deviation number will be. So
Sounds
that's
good.
that law of large numbers.
Sounds good to me.
All right, should we do the next class, lesson 7?
Oh, are we supposed to be ready to do lesson?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, good. I was
gonna
worried.
say you're on top of that.
I haven't even looked at it yet, but Wednesday's just tough for me because I have mutual with the teachers quorum. So what time are we doing on Wednesdays? Like, tell me what time works for you guys.
I'm available on Wednesdays anytime after 4 o'clock.
Let's
free
do 4
Wednesdays.
o'clock on Wednesday then. Let's stick to that because if we do that 6 or 7 o'clock thing on Wednesday, I can't make it. I got to get down to the church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sweet. So let's plan for 4 o'clock on Wednesday then.
Wait, what are we supposed to do here if this mentor gets on here and we're not on here?
I don't know. I guess I'm just going to email her the video. She said she was going to hop on at 5 and be here. But I didn't see her.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I forget. I said 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock's my time. So wait, Wednesday, 5 o'clock your time, right?
Okay.
Right.
Sorry, my bad.
That would have been awkward.
Always talking Mountain Standard Time. 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock that
I'm
time.
an hour earlier than you guys.
Okay, that works. Man, this is a quick and painless meeting.
Yes, it was. All right. Get back to your other class, accounting. Accounting 201. That was that was mind-boggling. I'm like, this. I still can't keep track of what's a credit, what's a debit, and it affects 202 because you still got to know that stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think it might have been Elder Oaks. After his first accounting class, he walked out and said that was an entirely different language. And so that's I think my accounting teacher said that almost every single day, especially because we're learning debits and credits right now. So just got to stick with it.
Well, it's just so confusing that sometimes a debit makes something increase and sometimes it makes it decrease. I'm like, wait a second. It depends on which side of the accounting equation it's on.
And how expenses are debits, but also assets are debits, and it's completely counterintuitive.
Yes.
Anyway.
Good meeting. We'll see you.
Yep, we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Sounds good. Thanks, team.